Hey everybody, how are you guys all doing? I am so excited to be back here with you guys on Facebook. I am still having to hack into Kendall's Facebook in order to talk with you guys on my own page, which is always interesting, I don't quite understand how it all works, but all I know is that I am ecstatic to be here with you guys. But I don't have my tripod, and so I'm going to be holding you guys, so might be a little bit kind of shaky. Yep, a little shaky, but I did want to make it kind of quick because I have dinner being made and don't want my food going cold, but I did want to hop on and just take a second and talk to you guys about something that keeps kind of coming up. I've written recently a lot of articles and done a couple videos on how men should lead, how really men should be the ones who are leading in the relationship and really like helping their woman to surrender, and all of these beautiful masculine feminine qualities of like balance and harmony, however that looks for you, because the truth is every relationship's going to be a little bit different. But as a general rule, I tend to say that men should be the ones who are leading. However, I've gotten lots of flack recently about that statement, and I think people aren't quite understanding what I mean by men leading, men really taking control and leading in a relationship. I think women hear that and they think, because I've gotten a lot of flack from women actually about that statement, and they think I'm trying to tell them that they should have no power in the relationship, that they should give all their power over. And I'm actually saying the exact opposite, the exact freaking opposite. So when we're in our feminine energy, when we are allowing ourselves to surrender, we get into such an amazing, beautiful fucking feminine power state. It's absolutely beautiful when we allow ourselves to just surrender and feel and really tune into our energies, tune into that beautiful feminine nature that we oftentimes, whether you're a man or a woman, we tend to kind of push these aspects off of, like the emotion and the fiery energy. People tend to think of feminine energy as like weak, and really is actually not weak at all. There's no part of feminine energy that is weak. That is not a true divine feminine. That is a feminine in her ego. That is a feminine who has not done her work. A true divine feminine, just like the true divine masculine, but from a feminine perspective, is passionate, she's fiery, she's empathetic, she's nurturing, and there's nothing that is weak about any of that. There's nothing that is weak. I mean, if you really think about some of like the goddesses that we see in different religions, and we even look at like Christianity, you see some really powerful, I mean like fiery women, and that is the feminine. And so when I say men should be leading, that doesn't mean you need to give up your power. That means that you know you have power. You know that you are so comfortable within yourself. You are so comfortable being you that you don't always have to be in control. That you're willing to drop down into your body. You're willing to connect with yourself, and thus be able to help him connect more with himself, help lead him in a different way, especially when we're talking about sex. I get lots of men that are like, yeah, but I don't want to lead all the time. I want her to lay there like a limp noodle, just like that's not fun. It's not fun for me. And that, again, is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about so there is a seduction of the woman, and then she surrenders, and then as she surrenders, she actually seduces him into deeper surrender of the heart, and then he helps surrender her into her genitals more, and then it is this kind of back and forth of surrendering and heart opening and genital opening and pleasure opening. That is a leading, but it takes him stepping in and really giving us the space and the time. But as a woman, like, it is a beautiful thing to be able to drop into our energy and to think like, by letting him lead a little bit, you're giving away your power. That is egotistical. That is you thinking that you must control everything in your environment. And that's not the truth, because if you're in constant control, if you never can drop in and allow and experience and be present, then I promise you, you're not enjoying your life. You're not enjoying your sex. You're not enjoying your children. You're not enjoying your business, your work, whatever you do. Enjoying your business. If you work, you're not enjoying the way that you could. You're dropping in those areas because there are aspects of life. Those, like letting a little bit, being okay, like being in that goofy, silly, like the other day I got, actually, sorry, I told you it was going to be a little bouncy. The other day, somebody made a comment about how I was on drugs, because I was like, I was super high vibe one day, and I was just like, dancing, and I was just like, so girly, and so in my feminine energy, and it felt fucking amazing. It was so amazing, and it felt so empowering to allow and be goofy and silly, and I can tell you, that day I'm like pouring in my emotion. I was in the feeling. I was in the presence, and that's what happens when we drop in and we surrender to not just our man, but to ourselves. And if you are constantly the one who wants to lead, if you're wanting to be the one in control and you're a woman, then I really would look at kind of where that's coming from in your life, where you feel like you have to be in control. Do you trust your man? What does he need to do? But at the same time, what do you need to do? So yes, like I could sit and blame this, like, and go like, men need to do this and men need to do that. But I see so many men working their ass off right now. And so women, where do you need to drop in? And just because he's leading doesn't mean you're giving away your power. Doesn't mean you don't have the right to say yes or no, or that's what I want, or that's what I want, or I would like a little bit more of this, I would like a little bit more of that. You know, that's not really cool with me. That's going against what I feel is at my core. Just because he's leading, just because you're letting him pick out the freaking restaurant you're going to, or you're allowing him to spend some time on your body, which I don't know, but I mean, if I had a man who's like, I do have men that want to spend time on my body, but like when you have that man that just wants to like really like worship your body just the way that God created it, or universe created it, whatever you want to call it. I mean, what beauty, what beauty. And that doesn't mean that you can't be a freaking powerhouse. You can't be a boss everywhere else, but to occasionally drop in and let him lead and let him find joy too. It's not a taking away of power. It's actually giving you power. It's giving you a different level of power. So the feminine isn't weaker. It's just different. It's different. And I'm sorry, but men and women are different. We are different. We are different. We are biologically wired different, hormonally wired different. We're different. Now, not every woman is the same. Not every man is the same. But definitely men and women are different. And so it is the power, because there is power in noticing these differences. And it can be fun to let a man lead. And then at the same time, that's not saying that you can't ever like play with leading a little bit here and there. The problem being is that right now in our society, women are the ones who are pushing and trying to lead in every area. And this is why we have this like overworked woman who is like burnt out and tired, because sometimes even when she has the man who is wanting to help and wanting to be there, she can't open and surrender and allow. And so if that is you, really think about where you're not trusting self, where you're not loving on self in order to truly allow yourself to open. Where are you not trusting that no matter what, you're going to be okay if you just allow and really allow that pleasure, wherever that pleasure is. We're not just talking about sex here. We're talking about leading and the pleasure of life in general. So yeah, I said I was going to keep this short, so I'm going to keep this short. But hopefully you got something out of that, because it is something that I keep hearing about, like, well, I don't want him to lead. I'm an independent woman. You can be an independent woman and still let him lead. It's okay. It's okay. I promise it will be a beautiful experience if you surrender and you allow a little bit to be taken care of. So I don't have any massive programs right now to announce. I have a bunch of stuff in the works, but I have a couple more slots for my spring summer VIP 101 coaching. So if you want to work with me 101, go to addisonbill.net and get your ass into a consult with me. All you have to do is go to Work with Addison and fill out an application. Other than that, I have a Tantra 201 workshop coming up in May 18th with the beautiful and amazing Kendall Williams, whose Facebook I'm hacking right now. I told her. And we're doing that workshop. It's always an amazing, beautiful workshop. So if you're in the DFW area, then please check that out. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Sending you all love, light, and tons of blessings. Bye, guys.